Hi, welcome to another episode of Scaling Vision podcast. Today we are doing a deep dive into the journey of a woman who's shaping Vidarbha's tomorrow. Mrs. Rina Sinha, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Samir. Thank you so much for having me.
It is an honor for me to have you here today. I've been dreaming about this since a very long time. I remember telling you I'm going to start a podcast way back last year and I want you to be a guest.
Yeah. It's always so nice to see our kids doing so well.
Yes.
Congratulations.
I'm going to talk to you about a lot of things, but let's start about your early life, your upbringing, the values that defined your childhood, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay. Everybody loves to talk about one's childhood, and I'm no different in that. Well, I had a very eventful childhood, if you can say that. I was born in Nagpur. I was the third kid of three siblings that we were. My father was a very senior officer in Manganese Ore India Limited, and my mother was all of a housewife but a great mother. As luck or as destiny would have it, I would say not luck. My father was to take over the managing director's role in Manganese Ore India Limited on 1st of April 1971. And destiny had another thing planned for us. 31st January, while playing tennis in mining, it was a mining competition, he just had a massive heart attack and he was no more. So it was something like the movies. We were very, very small. I was only 10 years old. And my elder sister was 19, my brother was 14. And my mother was, she was under complete shock, the whole family.
Right.
She was under depression for almost a year. So I must tell you this, that, it happens like this. We are from Bihar, Ranchi, so then it happens, okay, chalo, come back. Brother has to take care of the sister's family and so on and so forth. And all of us, we went to Ranchi. But believe you me, Samir, just 7 days in Ranchi, and one fine morning, my mother just decided that no, I will not be dependent on anyone, nor my children, and I'd rather go back to Nagpur, where the family friends and the Moil officials and other people whom she knew would be of probably more help. And we were back. And
within 7 days.
Within 7 days. And we were back, lock, stock and barrel. And well, our journey started from there actually. Rest is history. We all studied. And one more important thing is it's going to any of your younger crowd, that it's very easy in life if you make somebody your idol and work towards happiness of that idol. And in my case, it was my mother. So whatever I did in life, I always had her in mind, that whatever I do should make her happy, because destiny had taken her the biggest part in her life.
Right,
and she had 3 children, youngsters, nobody settled and so on and so forth. So I'm happy to inform, though it may be sound a little boastful, I never stood second in my class. I always participated in every debate, elocution, sports. I wanted to make her proud. So life was simple that way.
What is so fascinating about this is your mother had this immense strength.
Absolutely.
Within 7 days to turn her life around.
Yeah.
What do you think was going in her mind at that point of time? And
Yeah, she was.
Strength आया कहाँ से?
अच्छा, वो भी एक अच्छा है. I think she got, of course, she was, though she was shattered, absolutely. But the strength also came from her father. And her father, I believe, वहाँ पे उस ज़माने में इतना बात नहीं करते थे उतना. And the daughter, youngest child, had just become a widow and come. But I believe what Amma tells us is that he woke her up at 5 in the morning one day, and he said, कि जहाँ मेहमान, for son-in-law they used to say मेहमान, right? So वहाँ पे जो उन्होंने बनाया है, वहाँ पे तुम्हारे और इज्जत ज़्यादा रहेगी, बच्चों के लिए independence ज़्यादा रहेगा. So I think she derived that thing from her father. And she, अब तो हम लोग मजाक करते थे, she is hardly educated 8th standard or 9th standard, she not even completed her matric. Got married very early, though my father was a first class mining engineer from Dhanbad School of Mines, a brilliant guy. she derived that, and there was no looking back. And I think all of us, the four of us, my eldest sister, my brother, myself, and my mother, we were the strongest together. And I mean, the thing was, let nobody look at you with pity. It doesn't matter if people look at you with envy, but definitely do not depend and be your own.
I think that's a very powerful driving force.
Yes, I mean, I was one of the best dressed kids in our generation, though we had no source of income except for a plot of land and a bungalow which we got rent from. So things were tough, but Samir, one thing I learned from my mother was that however tough things were, there's always something positive to look at for. And we enjoyed everything. I mean, even if we just had dal chawal and achar, it was made with a lot of joking and stories, and we used to decorate our table very well, and all the four of us used to sit and have food. So we actually snatched moments of happiness from whatever best we could do, and that's what my mother taught me.
But I think it's all about joy is always in those little moments that
Absolutely.
you find. You later on went to do chemical engineering.
Yes,
so let's talk about that.
Yeah, so like I said, I was academically very good, and this is another destiny turn if you would come to it. I was one of the merit mein aayi thi 10th mein and all of that, and we were attending a wedding, and my future mother-in-law, I was just 15 and a half at that time, Samir. She saw me, and I don't know how it happened. Imagine, I was sort of booked at that age.
My goodness.
I know. And my husband, Amitabh, he was in the third year of engineering at IIT.
Okay.
Varanasi, BHU.
And where were you then?
Just out of 10th.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Right.
So, all of that, and then kuch ho gaya, bas lag gayi shaadi. And we got married 6 years after we got engaged. So I wanted to become a doctor like you.
Oh, okay.
I was, especially since my father had died of not getting medical help at that point of time. So as a child, it was always I wanted to become a cardiologist, and I had got admissions and things like that. But then somehow again, destiny again. And Amitabh was telling me while we were talking, we were still just engaged. He said, "Tu doctor banegi, main engineer rahunga, nothing
Not
common,
a good combo.
and you'll be busy, this, that." And somehow I was getting admissions everywhere. And lo behold, I got admission in NIIT as a chemical engineer.
Right.
And I thoroughly enjoyed my engineering. And so I did my chemical engineering after I got engaged. I got married in my 8th semester, completed my last semester after marriage. It was fun in NIIT, a great institution. We were only 5 girls amongst a class of 80.
About to ask that question.
Yeah, we were just 5 of us. And they made our lives miserable. They, in the sense, not ragging, but 5 ladkiyan aa gayi hai, seat kharab kar di, this, that and all. So while the boys had all the fun in terms of help from the assistants and so on and so forth, we had to go climb the ladder, switch on the, switch of the boiler and do all of that. But that made us very resilient and strong.
Yes. But it was a very male-dominated stream then.
Yeah, at that time. And look at this, the way things have moved now. Almost
Obviously.
50% are chemical engineering girls.
Yeah.
Because most of it is automated and there's a lot of computers involved. But good fun, good learning. And I think that was also probably destiny because this company that we started finally is based on chemicals.
Right.
So probably my only, like I joke, my husband started Metlok, manufacturing of industrial adhesives and sealants. And at that point of time, my only contribution to his business was my books from LIT.
But I think after your engineering, you went into education sector.
Yeah,
the IT boom was happening then.
Yes,
And
so
NIIT happened in your life.
Yes, as I'm telling you about myself, Samir, you probably must be thinking, सब कुछ destiny wise होता है, हो रहा था, पर हुआ शायद. Got married, went to Bangalore because my husband was working with Myco Bosch, and I had that thing, that even after all of this issue, my mother educated me, put the money in me, which otherwise life was very simple for her, that shadi lag gayi ab to bhej do kind of a thing. But no, she was insistent that we complete our studies. So I wanted to do something, but there were nothing in Bangalore at that point of time for a lady chemical engineer, like you rightly said. So then that was the start of IT in Bangalore.
Early 90s?
87. I had my daughter, first daughter, Neha. And I was very restless. I didn't know what to do. So I, again, Amitabh, we saw this advertisement that NIIT, National Institute of Information Technology, it was called at that point of time, has opened its first learning center, second learning center in Bangalore. And the people behind NIIT, Mr. R.S. Pawar, mechanical engineer from IIT Delhi, Mr. Thadani, another engineer, IIT from the same college, Mr. Rajendran. So that caught our fancy, you know, that if the engineers who have started this particular thing, so there must be something different as vis-a-vis. So this was pioneers in IT education.
Right.
And I did a 1-year program there. We borrowed money, Amitabh borrowed money to pay my fees. $6,000 was hell of a lot for a 1-year course at that point of time.
Right now it's just a dinner nowadays.
Absolutely. Right. So 1 year of that. That was also, I mean, he was in sales. He used to travel many kilometers away, come back in the evening, drop me to Richmond Road. I did my learning, and probably being academically good and a complete package, if you can say that, I was offered a job while I was still studying at NIIT.
Okay.
As a software engineer as well as in training.
Right.
So from education to being a faculty member as well as software development, I started off from 1986, 87.
But you were heading NIIT Nagpur also.
Okay, yeah. So that's again, then I had my second child. Then I worked Nidhi, my younger daughter. Then I made it a point to take a break after every child was born so that I can give my full, you know. And I took up a wonderful job with Digital Equipment Corporation, India Limited, which was Indian subsidiary of DEC, Digital Equipment Corporation USA, which was the second largest computer manufacturing company in the world after IBM.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so which is Compaq now. The company Compaq is what DEC was. So I was in the US. I was offered to stay back there, but I never really wanted to stay in the US. I was in Boston for some time, came back. And all along, my husband was holding fort, the 2 kids in Bangalore. And somehow the Bangalore weather wasn't really, suiting me too well. It's very prone to asthma.
A lot of people will curse you for that today.
No, people will realize and will agree that Bangalore is a great place to live. But at that point of time, the Parthenium was something which was very allergic, and I was very allergic to that. And anyway, our families were here. My father-in-law had expired and all of that. So we thought we'll come back to Nagpur. And at that point of time, again, destiny, Samir, that NIIT was looking for a franchisee here in Nagpur. And
you were the perfect candidate for
absolutely. I've studied in NIIT. I worked for NIIT, and they were looking for something in Nagpur, and we wanted to settle in Nagpur.
Yeah.
So again, as destiny would have it, Samir, I just approached the NIIT office in Bangalore. I said,
I'm here.
Yeah. And they said, Rina, great. Can you go and check up and do a survey and everything in Nagpur and this thing? So I was still with DEC, digital. I took a leave. Within 48 hours, I came to Nagpur from Bangalore. I couldn't afford the tickets. We again took loan for that. Some personal loan which Amitabh must have taken, I'm sure. Came to Nagpur, did a survey, went back to Delhi, got interviewed, and came back to Bangalore, went back to Delhi again, and I had the letter with me that I am the business partner for NIIT. That was 1990. And really, I must say, that 1st September 1990 is when I started. We almost 36 years now.
Over 30 years you've been with the same
Yeah, I'm still very much part of it. And again, I would like to use your platform to tell anyone that Nagpur is a place which really embraces you if you are good, and motivates you and gives you a lot of respect So NIIT was an international name anyways, a transnational name I would say, because started from India. And if I could train people, and the best part was I was technically qualified, so it was
Right.
not just a business franchise, but yes, I was teaching as well. And 35 years, and I think lakhs of students and whatnot, and we were always ahead of our time in the programs. And it was a wonderful experience. And I think the most gratifying of it at all was that when one of our students would get placed in a blue chip company, Nagpur also, Infosys, Infocepts, Persistent, plus even outside of Nagpur. So I used to be sitting in my cabin, and when I see a kid coming from the front, I always had an open glass center, so that I could see everyone. And with a Kaju Katli ka dabba, and it came, I said, oh, this guy has got the job.
Kya
And
baat.
that's the most gratifying part of NIIT.
You've, as I was doing my research on you, I've read you were felicitated multiple times by the people from NIIT for, I think, probably.
Yes, NIIT, I tell you, Samir, one of the best organizations in the world, I would say. And they really appreciate ethics, they appreciate dedication, they appreciate sincerity. And anyone who carries the vision of RSP, Raji as we call him, RS Pawar, or VKT, Vijay Thadani, Raju, anybody, because for me, like I told you right from the beginning, you make somebody an idol, and start working, looking at. So for me, Raji was a Margdarshak, I used to call him. VKT, the way they worked, the way systematically they worked, because they were the first ones to start private computer training. And itne aaye, itne gaye, but they would not compromise on quality. They would not compromise on things like no pirated software, no cutting corners.
Even then,
Then, oh God, we had, and Raji was the chairman of NASCOM, so all the more. So he was always leading the IT training thing, and we were pioneers.
Right.
So I sort of followed everything of NIIT to the T.
Dotted the T's, the I's, and
Absolutely.
Right.
So they appreciated. So I was the privileged business partner of what is called CDC, Customer Delight Council. So just 15 of us from all over the country. There were so many. There were more than we were called as McDonald's of IT education. The amount of centers we had.
Right.
So out of that first 15, I may not have done so much of business, Samir, that way as compared to what the others were doing, but I've earned a lot of respect. I've earned a lot of... I'm very happy that I could shape the careers of youngsters, especially girls.
Yes.
Because I remember when I personally used to counsel everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I made it a point that every
job
child...
interviews and stuff.
No, for while even taking a registration.
Okay.
It was a mandate that in the end they come and speak to me.
Oh.
And I was a 24/7, So especially for girls, I felt that when parents used to come, because our courses at NIT used to train, we had what is called as source, train and hire. So to source students, train them up and give them permanent jobs.
Right.
Guaranteed jobs in BFSI sector, IT sector, etc. So the parents used to come and they used to ask questions, like especially of girl child, that kahan pe location mein posting hogi. No, we can't send them out of Nagpur anywhere. We can't send them here. We can't send them. So it was very, very nice to counsel the parents more than the children.
So you had to break that mindset of parents,
So I used to ask direct questions like, okay, so you've decided to get her married. Yeah, शादी तो करना ही है. So नागपुर में ही घर जवाई मिल रहा है आपको. नहीं शादी के लिए तो कहीं भी भेजेंगे, that. And then when I used to say that, you're ready to send your child with a person, a non-arranged marriage, whom she doesn't know, whom she is dependent on, anywhere in the country, but for her to be made financially independent, where she... So, we can't afford this kind of a fees because हमको शादी के लिए बचाना है. So don't worry, let her join this program. She'll take care of her शादी का expenses. Don't worry.
That's so true.
Make her financially independent. Let her go out and see the world, because you ultimately she's ready. You are ready to send her off anywhere.
Yeah.
So let her do this first. So I'm very, very happy, Samir, that I could make a difference to some of the girls, who could now stand. When I go to an ICICI bank and one of my
You see
students
one of-
comes
yeah,
back and
that's
hello
so
ma'am,
grateful for
and
you.
I'm taking a loan from her, so it's so nice. I said, remember,
Yes.
this is how it is to be. So.
During the same time in your NIIT, you were so busy. Were you also actively contributing to Metlok as well?
Yeah, like I said, Amitabh started from scratch.
Mm.
So again, very very interesting. We are just first generation business.
Yeah, I
people,
mean,
right?
for those who don't know, Metlok in 2023 was being awarded as one of the top 100 MSCs throughout the country,
Yes.
ranked number 10,
Yes,
and it's the only company from Vidarbha. That is
true
what,
that.
yeah.
Yes, Amitabh has been a great influence in my life. Great motivator. I mean, it's not because I have to say this,
Mm.
but it's good. Probably I earned it that as well, because I I would like to take the credit for that, because I did not misuse my independence.
Yes.
I did not misuse my financial independence. I
Yes.
was always there, taking care of the children and so forth. Yes, how we started Metlok is, I started NIIT before we started Metlok. I'm actually senior to him by, say, a couple of months,
Mm.
almost a year. 91 he started.
Mm.
And he started the mixing of the chemicals for the adhesives, industrial adhesives, on my dining table.
Oh.
So his first mixing table was my dining table. I was there behind him. See, Sami, that's again, I don't know whether I should say it, but if both the couples are equally good and equally intelligent and equally ambitious, I would say that, not a thumb rule, but then yes, to have your individuality, and so you bloom independently,
Yeah.
and you're there when you are needed,
Yeah.
but not when you are not needed and
Right.
you are just there because you have to be there.
Yeah.
So that has been the working relationship
Right.
between Amitabh and me. He did his own thing, I did my own thing. He never interfered in NIIT. I did not interfere in Metlok, except of course he used to come to me for the signatures for loans, which I did,
Yeah, obviously.
right, since I'm a director in the company as well. But yes, lately now, after NIT has become online and the physical centers have moved out, I've got more involved in Metlok, especially in the HR and bringing in good practices. A big support to him that way, he says. And of course, when he needs sort of a brainstorming. Now my son has also joined us, so initially, all three of us talking Metlok at home is not a very healthy thing to do.
Yes.
So we have learned to give each one the space. Only
Very
when,
important.
yeah, so only when you need somebody's help or some suggestion, that way. But yes, I am there. I do my bit. I go visit the factory every week, twice or whatever, because I'm also involved in other things. So yes, it's a good balance. So I'm there in that. So in case he needs me full time, I'm there. He knows I can take care of things, and vice versa. That way.
A quick thing on Rina's Gourmet Foods.
Ah, yes.
This was your COVID startup thing.
Yeah,
And it's
Sami,
blooming
something
so
like what
well.
you are doing now. You're such a famous, and I'm so proud to see. I've seen you as a child.
Yes.
You're doing so well in your ophthalmology, and now this you're doing wonderful.
Thank you.
So it's just a joke. During COVID, all of us were at home. The kids also, all my three children, my son-in-law and all. And Amitabh my mother again was a phenomenal cook. Phenomenal is the word, and make amazing pickles. So Amitabh used to joke that Amma, please do the technology transfer before you
Right.
can't do things. So he used to always tell me that, ki sikho. So I also happen to be a pretty decent cook that way.
I can testify.
Thank you, I know. So during COVID, the children were there, and then there was no kuch kaam dhanda tha nahi, bas achhe khane banao. So while we were doing that, Amit and even my son-in-law for that matter, and my children, why don't you make and send, with pickles and things like that. And 13th of August, I think, 2020, right? My eldest daughter, she's from the ad world, and she's a strategic planner. So she launched the website and she prepared the logo. And my younger one, she talked about the marketing things. My son was IT guy. And my son-in-law,
Everything in-house.
everything, and everybody took, because acha tha, it was a good thing to be involved with, and that's how Rina started. And then It was basically an ode to my mom.
Mm.
And if you see my website, it also says Amma ke nuske aur Rina ka chauk.
Yes.
So I tried to do some variation. And I realized, especially being in NIIT, and when I saw my students, boys or girls for that matter, who are doing so well in Bangalore and other places, and there's a lot of intercaste marriages happening, but still our roots, we like to eat our
Very true.
heirloom recipes, what nani dadis used to
Yes.
make, but who's got the time? And today's woman is multitasking,
Yes.
but she understands the need for good food
Very
to be
true.
given to her family. Money is not a problem.
Never.
But she understands that eating out of tubes and bottles is not something which should be done. So keeping that in mind, we did a lot of surveys, and we did all of that research and all that. And I always had my NIT students in the mind that agar wo hoti to usko agar hi khilana hota, especially a South Indian girl marrying a North Indian boy.
Right.
So the South Indians, they don't use mustard oil.
Right. Very true.
So, but he's still craving for that, and his mom probably is not able to make it or send it. So where to go?
Mm.
So with that in mind, we started this heirloom recipes of all regions, and then gradually I started growing the stuff in my factory, small place. I took up a little place there, and of course with our engineering background and quality and Six Sigma and all that, which my son has brought into the company. So we were very meticulous about hygiene, though it's all handcrafted, no machines. But then yes, it was just done the way it was done earlier. And I have more than 40 varieties of pickles, all organic, made in cold pressed oils. The best. I started traveling once the COVID moved away. I had a very bad COVID, Samir. I was almost there.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
I was almost there, and probably God wanted me to do something else. So I was there in the ICU, and thanks to a lot of Rotarians, doctors who helped me out. And that was the time when I lost my sister, I lost my brother-in-law. I didn't even was aware that all this is happening. So it was a second innings for me, and I wanted to do something at a very fast pace. I wanted to make every moment important for us. And so I started traveling. I started sourcing the spices from, say, Kerala, from Coorg, the natural thing, going to the farmers, buying that and all. So it's a passion now. It's becoming commercially pretty good.
And you're also, the earnings from it, you're supporting some
Yes,
NGO
yeah.
through the earnings of this.
Yeah, that
thing,
also
right?
Samir came in as a thing that there is this good friend of mine, Shilpa Jethia, you might be knowing them.
Right.
So she makes this, she works under an NGO. She has got an NGO, Harsh Jyoti Foods, where very beautifully packed meals, hygienically packed meals are distributed to the lesser privileged kids and that in Nagpur. So I was seeing it was nice, dal, chawal, roti, sabzi, everything was there. I said, what if I make a nutritious pickle, which is good in vitamin C, like a lime pickle or something like that for the children. And then I started really innovative, all nutritious stuff, gives me potassium balance, calcium balance,
that's so great.
vitamin D, all done in sunlight. So that kind of pickles I started making, and Shilpa, I'm grateful to her that she started accepting these pickles, and these went into those boxes. And believe you me, Samir, when we were distributing them, the families, the oldies, the children, they used to enjoy, because
That taste.
achar makes a meal
yes,
complete.
yes.
So सर ये तो अब लग रहा है पूरा खाना खाया है, आप चाहे कुछ भी डाल लो, सब्जियां बना लो, कुछ भी, but that achar is something which is
Indian households are, food is incomplete without achar, no matter where you are.
Yeah, and
geographically.
today even dietitians are promoting fermented pickles. So I think that is giving me a lot of I'm motivated to do more, so that whatever a part of the earnings goes to making the specialized pickles for them, for the children.
We are going to move on from here into
Yeah, sure.
your leadership roles. You were the president of Rotary Club of Nagpur.
Yes.
Talk to us about your initiatives, and you have done this Udan Khushiyo Bari initiative of yours.
Yes.
Let the people know.
Nice of you to say yours, but nothing
It's
really
the
moves
clubs,
without the
yes.
clubs and the people.
Yes.
So
During your presidency.
yes, I was an accidental president.
Okay.
At that point of time, there were certain things that had happened in the club, got split, and the post of the president was vacant. I was the vice president at that point of time, and it just fell into my lap. And it was very challenging year, but very, very satisfying year, because there was a lot of emotion involved. And there was a lot of doubts involved that now that if it's the number of students, number of members have reduced, what will happen? We don't have enough money and things like that. So my focus was I'll do projects and projects and projects and projects. And as a president, as a leader, I think a lot of people helped me. I could mobilize a lot of funds. And that was my job. And I think empowerment, I was always empowered. So I empowered my board, and get a project, I'm there to support. And this Udaan which you're talking about, Udaan is a pet project of Rotary Club of Nagpur, which is celebrated on every Valentine's Day, where we spend a good day full of fun and frolic for specially able children.
Right.
So this was started by Rotarian Dinesh Naidu. That was his brainchild many years back. So since we had to do projects at it, my director was Neerja Shukul, who was the president last year, and she was in charge of this. And Namita Sharma, they really helped a lot. They said, let's do 2 Udaans.
Okay.
First time. Because in one day itself, they could not cover so many children. It was, only X number of kids who could take care of. So we had 2 Udaans. One was एक खुशियों भरी उड़ान, और दूसरा खुशियाँ उम्मीद उड़ान. One for up to 13 years, then one from 13 years to and above.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, and 2 days, spread over 3 or 4 months. So we had, and Ashish Deshmukh ji, he has been sponsoring this. Anushri, his wife, very, very Ayushri, she's very, very supportive. So they helped us out, and we took the kids to the Railway Museum in Ajni.
Oh.
And it was amazing. They had an amazing time. It was raining. Then the other one, of course, was a sports activity. But we always used to have sports in the outdoor. And somehow I felt that these kids should not be facing the sun and all that. So again, जब कुछ अच्छा करने चलो तो everything, सब कुछ जैसा बोलते हैं काम लग जाती है सब कुछ साथ में होने के लिए. We did our first one in Mankapur Stadium, and we did a competition on Zumba, 1 hour continuous, of these specially able children, which went into the Limca Book of Records.
Oh, that's so great.
So that was very, very gratifying. And of course, donations poured in, and तो बहुत साथ मिला, because ठीक है, I take the credit of being the president, but I think what I did, which everybody says, is that yes, go back to basics and do what you want to. I'm there to support.
Right.
And so we had various firsts. One of the things another first that we did was the civic awareness. That was the first time during our term that this happened, where we talked about basic civic awareness things like, don't honk unnecessarily.
Don't spit anywhere.
Don't spit. You remember those things that we
Yeah.
did, Samir? Don't honk, don't spit, don't, especially the traffic, the way, all that. So we have these interact schools, 30 schools,
Yes.
and road tractors. So the youth, we use always, Samir, I have felt in all my life, since I've been with the youth, I've always tried to use their strengths for learning myself. I've learned a lot from the youth. So we did this, and we had 15 hoardings all over Nagpur, and we got the students of the schools to make posters.
Oh, okay.
Where they talked about, on no honking. Amazing ones, and then we had the names of the students displayed as well as the school. So all over. So the whole place was all about Rotary Club of Nagpur and civic awareness. And today I'm grateful to the club that they're still continuing the civic awareness.
That's great.
Yeah.
Moving on, you've also started I think this is your initiative, Rotary Means Business.
See, Rotary Means Business was anyway always there in Rotary.
Okay.
Rotary has a very clear thing that Rotary per se, Rotary International, Rotary started because of the need for fellowship and getting together.
Yeah.
But everybody had a vocation of their own.
Right.
But somehow we were more onto the community service part of it.
Yes.
And we, as your viewers also may be knowing, that we follow the 4-way test.
Yes.
The 4 tests of the things that we do. We think we have to ask that. It's all over. So, business people, Rotarians are highly ethical in their business. I mean, that's one of the mandates, in fact.
Yes.
So, Rotary International thought of this Rotary Means Business arm, where in Rotary International, as per se, the Rotary clubs was more into community service. We were in medical camps and so on and so forth. You've been a part of them as well.
I go every year.
Yeah, I know. Hemal Kasa
every
and fabulous work that you all do. And this was that, okay, a known devil is better than an unknown devil, So a Rotarian doing business with a Rotarian under the umbrella of the 4-way test. That's the best thing that could happen.
Yeah.
So
this is basically a club within a club kind of a thing?
Yeah, it's a chat. But the best part is here, it's not just of that particular club, but you can have any member of any club coming in. So this was started, and being a past president, Namita, she wanted me to take this forward. And you can say, yes, I was the first president and we had this. So in fact, I was the president for 2 years because it was a foundation that I wanted to set. And we made waves. The benefit of being a part of Rotary Club of Nagpur was our members are so many that it becomes like a captive club within, so everybody knows each other. Plus, of course, we had the benefit of having other members as well of Rotary. And we did business and we clock business, how much you do. So one of the things that we did, and there is no boundary. It's not necessarily in Nagpur, it's not necessarily somewhere. Anywhere in the world you can do business.
Oh, okay.
So now, again, being a leader, I always feel, Sameer, that I should lead by example.
Right.
And I did a particular sale for a real estate person, of which I did not get anything, of course.
Obviously.
But of 14 crores. Of land in Bangalore, which was belonging to somebody here in Nagpur. And the awards that we got, and we really got famous. And I started a monthly magazine. Great team. We've got a fantastic social media team. And we have a bulletin called Golden Orange in Rotary. And we kept asking for space. They didn't have much space, so I said, okay, we'll make our own. No problems. Okay. Under with that tenacity is always there, Sameer. Yes. So we started this GO for Rotary, GE for RMB, Growth Engine.
Oh.
We called it the Growth Engine, and people benefited.
That's a fantastic name. Whosoever has thought of it.
Me, yours truly. Growth Engine. I said GO, nahi to GE sahi. Okay? And Growth Engine, and really today it's puffing away. And we are clocking at least a minimum of 10 to 15 lakhs per month. And when we get these certain spots of crores, which happens, a financial deal,
right?
A loan, or some bank giving a loan, 5 crores, 6 crores. So we've got a very good set of members. I've just handed over the reins to the new president. They wanted me to do for 2 years because being a Rotarian and being a highly ethical person, I set things the way they should be in Rotary.
Right.
Like, I think we were the first ones to have an AOP. We had the banking, accounting, everything in place, no cash transactions, etc., for which our treasurer got an award nationally. And these awards which we got, they are not local awards like a club or a city or a district.
National
they
level.
Are national level.
Right.
So there we consecutively 2 years. Best crazy chairman, I was one of them. I was the one rather. The best, we were there. I mean, RMB RCN is there in the national network.
But since my parents have been members of Rotary Club since I was a child, there is something very special about this club. The people, there has always been awards. I've seen records breaking and ceiling break karna.
Yeah,
I've always
absolutely.
seen this time and
we
again
are made
again.
That way.
Right.
Whatever we do a lot of passion, which leads to perfection. And so that is something which, and personally also, Sameer, I am like that. From whatever you've heard of me, perfectionist in everything. Khana bhi banana to acha hai, डेकोरेट भी करना है तो अच्छा है, NIIT भी चलाना है तो अच्छा
Yes.
है. So it was like that.
In the midst of all this when was happening, you became the first president since 1985, I think, of Vidarbha Economic
30 woman
Development
president,
Council.
30
Oh,
years.
yeah.
This is our 30th year.
Right. So what was that journey
Oh,
about?
that is, I
And-
think,
And I think they also awarded you as the most successful woman entrepreneur, right?
entrepreneur. Yes, I've
Yes.
won many awards. But being the president of Vidarbha Economic Development Council, I'm grateful to our trustees who thought that I'm worth it. I'm with VED Council since the last 20 years now. Served in various capacities. Was vice president for very many years, and last year I was handed over the reins. That's been absolutely gratifying because the canvas, like the painting here in your thing, the canvas is so large, Samir. There's no end to how much you can do for the economic development of the region. There's no less what you can do. And this VED Council has celebrated. We are on our 30th year, and I'm really fortunate that I am the president of this massive organization, which has got seniors like Mr. Govind Daga, Mr. Vilas Kale, Shiv Rao, Devendra Parekh as past presidents, and various luminaries who've been members to take the vision of our political background as well, Mr. Gadkari, Devendra Fadnavis ji, earlier others, where we are basically a catalyst between all stakeholders.
Okay.
Where we try and promote, we try and suggest, and we try and make things happen for the betterment of the economic development. So we
Right.
are dealing with the industries, we are dealing with the bureaucracy, we are dealing with the politicians.
Politics, right.
To get things moving. And some of the things which we can boast of is Mihan, a reality which happened a lot due to VED's efforts, which even the authorities acknowledge. Then we did some work for AIMS, for IIM. I personally was involved in the trying to promote. I mean, IIM would have happened. I'm not saying it because of VED. But since I was from the education division and all that, then I got almost 50,000 signatures of engineering students. As we want to have an IIM in Nagpur kind of a thing. So when these things come to fore, it's very, very satisfying because the ultimate development of a region is employment generation.
Very true.
So IT, we did a lot of work for, in fact, I was the IT SPOC, as you can say, for VED vertical, and we conducted a lot of seminars with NASCOM, student related, industrial related, in fact, Infocept, Shashank, and all of them who had just started Infocept. So it was a very nice thing which he had said, I still remember, that it's great that we set up, because Nagpur has got the geographical location advantage, education is there, strategy, good weather, all of that is there. But if I have to set up a large unit here of Infocepts, then what is it for my employee and the family after 7? So that is something I still remember of Shashank, who had said this. I'm one of those people, Samir, who catch these few things, like Rajiv for that matter, whatever he said, VKT, whatever he used to say, my mom, my brother, my husband, whoever I feel
Small
very impressed with.
now
Gadkari ji, the way I see him working, my goodness, and Vilas Kale, the way and how he enjoyed doing things for the economic development, the vision that Govind had, all of that, Rotary as well. So I caught that line, and that's really so important, that it's not just work. You have to have the supplementary and complementary things like good malls and, entertainment zones and something for the children.
Everything should be there.
Good residential. So all of that. So Mihan happened, and all this. You are staying in such a lovely location here. So that's development. And what specifically my new team, again empowerment, Samir. I tell everybody that I'm as much a stakeholder as you are. So it's just that I'm leading the pack. That's it. So if you have some good idea in mind, please come up with it.
Right.
We are there to support. And believe you me, we had these wonderful conferences and conventions. One for the mining industry, and
Steel.
mining industry, and one on a simple thing like labor laws
Okay.
and industrial relations. The importance of having an IR department more than an HR department.
Right.
You know, and we had these conferences. Then we did some work on tourism. We have VED along with Anand Rathi Associates has created a wonderful document which talks about the tourist zones in Vidarbha.
Pilgrimage circuits and heritage.
Everything, yeah.
Circuits, hai na?
Yes. So divided into zones, and we presented that to Gadkari ji. And we had a wonderful program. That was the first that we did when I took over. And he really appreciated it. And so he was talking about, if you're talking about religious tourism, then Shegaon, you should go and learn from Shegaon how they manage the temple administration so well.
Right.
So again, being from the education side, I felt that, and in that moment, it just came to my mind, and I told Gadkari ji that while you're saying this, sir, I would like to quote an example in Bangalore, since I've stayed in Bangalore for so many years, that IIM Bangalore students gave a solution for the traffic congestion issue at Kaban Park. So this project was given to IIM Bangalore students. So I said I would do it here in Nagpur. And I took this project statement to Symbiosis Institute of Business Management, spoke with the director, and I said, I want a complete research paper done on how Shegaon works. And with that as a pilot, I would like to use that, and VED would like to propose that for the rest of the temples to attract investors.
Oh.
Restaurants, and hotels, and the works for the tourism department. So we are working on that.
Right.
I think that should happen very soon. We are almost on the verge of completing that. And petrochemical complex in Chandrapur and this thing, because Vidarbha is not just Nagpur.
No, absolutely.
So we look at everything. And tourism is not just tigers. We are, in fact, VED has done a lot of work. We had a Vag Utsav done.
Right.
We had so many things done to make this a tiger capital. So VED has worked very actively in that. So using the tiger as the bait, to nahi bolungi, something that would get the footfalls to Nagpur, then move out to various regions where we define clusters, where you go somewhere, there is a forest, there is a temple, there is a water body, there is, the jungle, there's flora, fauna, animals, tiger, everything. So divide it like that and then present it to investors.
Very true.
So the tourism policy has also come. So there's lots that implementation mein jo ho raha hai, we are actively involved in that. And then mining ho gaya, ye ho gaya. Then education.
You have an MOU with Symbiosis.
Yeah, Symbiosis,
Nagpur, right?
as well as Symbiosis Institute of Technology.
Right.
Where I would like whatever projects that we give to the students, see, they come out with brilliant ideas.
Yes.
Okay. And they are the future. And I want this way at least every student in Nagpur, whether he's from Nagpur or from outside, be sensitive to the place where he's living and how he or she can contribute today. And really make an entrepreneur out of him if he can come out with a damn good solution. When he can think of a startup, he or she can think of a startup. And there's so much happening. And Nagpur today is on that platform. I'm grateful that I'm in this 30th year of VED. I'm grateful because Gadkari ji and Honorable Chief Minister Fadnavis ji are at the helm of affairs. Lot of things are happening in Nagpur. So I want to, seize this moment. It's something like that. And my team, I'm really, really, again, very privileged. I'm not saying these cliche statements, but when I took over last year, we added 60 new members to VED.
Oh.
And youngsters who want to do something.
Right.
And you should see again here a monthly bulletin which is called Progress Pulse, You know,
Did you come up with this name again? Oh my.
brainstorming and all that. The pulse is that one, and my you might be knowing him, Ali Asgar. He's
Yes.
he's a gem of a guy in social media. So we thought of this and we come out with this magazine. And today we have a good magazine coming out every month, which we distribute to the stakeholders, and which talks about everything, the number of meetings that we have, the vision of our seniors, what the people want to do. So like I said, the canvas is so large. So my objective would be to build on what my seniors have done, consolidate on that, open up new areas of work like AI now. Okay, I have to do something in that because I have to make the students aware. I have to make the opportunities that are happening now with Gadchiroli becoming so the place in Vidarbha.
Yes.
So try and do some work over there. Logistics, we have all the benefits of being a fantastic logistic place out here. The dry ports, Sindhi dry port, etc. There's so much that you can do.
Is this the blueprint that you have about many small fires versus one mega project?
That I would like to do, Samir, because one mega project I would like to do, make a small thing, but something which is tangible. Like for example, this mining conference which we did. We did this conference. We had the best of the speakers coming from all over Maharashtra and India, talking on this. And the politicians, Mr. Jaiswal, who's the Minister of State for Mining, he was so impressed. He said, "You give us a referendum." And our Vice President, Mr. Shukla, Advocate Shukla, he is spearheading everything. And I'm very proudly, I like to name these people. Because it's not just me. These are the people. I'm just a channel, right? And we have inducted 12 mining experts into VED. And we've become a big, cluster now. And the referendum and the policies and the suggestions that we have given, I'm so happy to share with you that some of it have been taken into the mining policy. About the Tiger Corridor, about making mining more feasible, making the leasing more feasible. Then even in the industrial law, we had the commissioner, labor commissioner, again Mr. Jaiswal. For tourism, we had Gadkari ji. Petrochemical, we went to Fadnavis ji. Then the GMR handover, we've written to everybody, talking about it, to expedite things, because that's going to really help. So we keep touching every point of contact that we can get, bring out what can help into the development. And it's a great teamwork and it's fabulous work.
I think you're also doing something in aerospace and defense.
Like for solar, we're working defense. Now with the new, you must have just read that Nagpur is going to become the hub for defense manufacturing. So we have done some work with Dassault and all these people and worked on that. Boeing MRO. And there's so much that Nagpur has to offer. And I think we've not even scratched the surface.
What about environment sustainability? You have an ongoing project with NIIT as well.
Yes, we are doing some work with NIIT. There are we have our members also from NIIT. We are conservation in every which way, water, environment. So, like I said, the canvas is so large, Samir, that you name it, and we would like to, education hai, environment hai, minerals hai. We are so rich in minerals, this area.
Yeah, definitely.
We have to. One pet project of mine, it's probably not yet, you would not know, but this is something very, very dear to me. We are on the verge of finalizing what we've called Project Kaushika, where handloom, we are trying to regenerate handloom amongst the women, to make them empowered to make their own handloom. And VED, along with various agencies, are coming forward, setting up a handloom unit with the help of WCL, and the government is helping us. We'll be getting some funding from the district, and one of our members, Nidhi Gandhi, who's a very big name with textiles, she's going to be taking this forward. So very soon you'll hear that we would have started a project called empowerment of women to make their own thing, and then we'd be doing a complete B2B, B2C, teach them how to market and connect with the best of the designers and take the Vidarbha handloom designs and things ahead.
You spoke so passionate. Anybody watching this would know there is so much of fierce passion about you to see things change and at a very fast pace, you know. If you had to choose one sector that would transform Vidarbha in the next 10 years, if you had to choose only one.
See, Samir, is a very difficult question because as we are moving forward in Vidarbha, we are realizing that there are so many things that we can do out here. So it's a very, very difficult question. I would not like to say. I mean, if I see mining, oh my God, there's so much that you can do over here.
I think they're all.
If you see education, if you see logistics so
it's
much.
Interdependent.
It's all connected.
Yeah.
And ultimate underlying would be, if you want to really ask me something, that if it can generate raise to the power and employability, that would be my favorite.
Yes.
Whichever sector that would be.
What about this vision of Vidarbha 2030? What is it about?
Yes, we have coined that as well. And 5 years we are preparing a blueprint. These individual thrust areas, as they are called in VED language, is something which we will be doing, these small fires, like you said, taking all these thrust areas, coming from our members, because they have joined VED because they want to see the difference, they want to make the change. So if I as a leader do not give them a platform and not help doing that, then I failed as a leader. So VED Vision 2030 would be talking about all these thrust areas plus more as they come. Could be anything. It could be AI, it could be IT again, it could be revamping housing, it could be school education, anything, like I said, which generates to the power and employability. That is economic development. So we would be taking petrochemical complex, we'll be taking this Mihan and MADC transition, then so many new things, bringing new institutions into Nagpur and Vidarbha, IIFT, NIIT, all these, we write to people because this is the place which is an education hub, and it's very sad that the exodus is from Nagpur to Pune happening. Life in Pune not all that great. Okay, what about a person from Chandrapur? Why can't we attract a student from Chandrapur to Nagpur? Yes.
I'm just seeing suddenly a lot of people from surrounding areas. They are coming to Nagpur, and this is a very different shift that we have never seen before.
Yeah. Not only that, even IT professionals who have really burned themselves out in the metros prefer to come back to Nagpur.
Yes.
Maybe do their own startup or join one of these companies which are doing so well at a higher position. But quality of life in Nagpur is still something which is, you cannot replicate that in all these metros.
No.
That we have also pitched for MBA program, 5-year integrated management program at IIM, right after 12th.
Okay.
So we've written to Gadkari ji, we've written to and he's forwarded it to the IIM team of his, which is sitting in Delhi, and we are trying. So we are looking at all these kind of avenues. So these 5 years are the most detrimental years because everything is going good for us. The political will.
Yeah.
Thank God for that.
Two strong people.
Absolutely. Right. That the awareness that has been created over these years.
Yes.
The new team that I have, plus the experience of the old, I think it's only good that we can dream of and make Vision 2030 of VED a grand reality.
There is this small point I would like to add. When I was in Pune doing my master's and super specialization, for various reasons, I'm in love with the city. In my Nagpur, I have a very different love for city. मुझे कभी कहीं और रहना
बसने का सोच ही नहीं सकते.
Possible ही नहीं था. And I used to, my all colleagues were from Bombay, a few from Bangalore, one was from Delhi. So like, they used to ask me, तुम्हारे नागपुर में क्या है? If I have to come see your city, I like एक तो थोड़ा सा घूम लेना है, तुम जंगल वंगल देखना है, but what you want, what is the best thing that happens to us is I can meet my friends every day in 15 minutes for a cup of coffee, which is not possible in your cities. You can travel from one end of the city to the other in less than half an hour. I think that's the perfect ease of access जो है ना, बहुत
Nagpur life is great, Vidarbha is great. And to answer that question of yours, when people ask कि what is there apart from Tadoba, Pench and what jungle kitna koi dekhega, so that is the vision of VED to some extent, like I was saying with the Anand Rathi report that we have, the clusters that we have defined, that when you go to Pench, then you should also know that there's a damn good temple out there. There's so many temples on the way.
Very true.
There's a mosque. There is when you're traveling, you have this Dragon Palace. You can see that, and we make these routes. We define everything so that it's not just a 2-day visit, but it's a good 5-day visit with your family that you can make. And that's why Airport of Nagpur. That's why we want the GMR thing to happen fast. That's why we want more and more flights from various cities to come. So like now you're getting things, Samir, how we would like to work. That we know the needs, we know the requirements, we know we can do it, how we can do it. Political will is there, we have the backing. People are aware of Nagpur first because of so many activities that are done here. And it's only, so this is the right time. And I'm really blessed that I'm here at the right time.
You have been so successful throughout your career, but I don't think your success should be an exception. How have you helped in empowering women in taking these roles?
See, first of all, let me tell you one thing, Samir. That I am not a feminist, like a feminist
No, I'm not coming
what
from
I'm
that
trying
point
to
of
say
view.
is empower women just because I'm a woman should not be the only expectation out of me.
No.
I consider myself as a gender neutral. Okay? I don't think that I have achieved, you're calling me successful, but I still have a long way to go. There are many more people in our own city who are doing so well. But it's not because I was a woman. It was because I was in that role doing the right thing at the right time. Okay? Being a woman, yes, helps in such certain ways. You are more compassionate, this, that and the other. All of that is there. It's a given. But that's why I said, it's expected of me, and you're not the only one who's asking me this question. It's always, what's your role? What's your role? The first thing I would like every woman to say, I'm not a woman. There are no boundaries. I am worth it. I'll go and achieve what I have to do, not because of a woman. In fact, that's the reason I gave you that example of LIT, where because we were women, we had it tough, and that helped us. Right? So when I was with digital, you won't believe, we used to get the software from US, which we had to install, doing our own learning from the manuals, etc. And probably we had to stay overnight. So coming back to your question, if you want to say how did I empower women, my only thing to every woman I met was, it's a fantastic feeling to get up in the morning, do your thing for the house, dress up and go out of the house, do something for yourself and come back. Simple, but do it. Whether you are going and doing a teaching role, you're doing a lawyer role, you're doing a business role, you're doing anything, get out of the house for yourself, dress up, look into the mirror every morning, and I used to say to every student of mine, kiss or kick yourself. If you've done something good about yourself yesterday, kiss your image. Great, I've done something, I am fine. But if you've done something bad, even though the world may have said that you've done damn good, kick yourself. Because nobody in this world is a better critic than you yourself. Koi kuch bhi bole. You know how you messed it up. So try and build it.
I was talking about a very different thing.
Sorry.
You said ki after your child, you always took a break.
Yeah.
You had a child, you took a break. You had a child, you took a break.
Yeah.
by and large, we have seen in society when there's a child happens in the family, a woman gives birth. Maybe she's coming from a very individual, powerful background, but something changes in the society or in her mind, I don't know what, and they never go back to the same work that they have. I have experienced this. I have worked with such amazing doctors during my fellowships at different places, but I have not seen them come back to work after a certain point of life. So either what is happening in their mind? Can you make a guess? Is there a does the fire die out, or what is happening?
Fire can never die out.
Then
It is people around you
okay,
who
is it
tell
family
you.
pressure.
Yeah, there is
Okay.
a family pressure. I was fortunate that or again, I would like to say, Samir, if you have led your life well, and even if your partner has trust in you, that you are not going to misuse whatever time or independence you have, there will not be a pressure. I'm talking probably of an
Such
idealistic
petty
situation.
things.
Probably of an idealistic situation, but not that I did not have that. But if you're managing your time well, Samir, if you're giving quality time, see, I feel that going out to work and getting some money and giving something good for your children is a better time pass than going out for a kitty party for 3 hours, coming back and doing nothing. Right? So utilize, I'm not saying kitty parties are bad.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is, if you have the fire, I mean, that is the underlying principle. If you on your own wish to do something, then nobody can stop you. If you're giving, see, I had a mother-in-law to take care of.
Right.
Right? I had a mother who I took care of till the last day, even though she was staying with my brother. But I did my duties. I used to go every day and see kya kha rahi hai, kya pee rahi hai. I did my part. Better time management, a fire in yourself. Nobody will feel threatened. In fact, children also want to say कि भैया गई थोड़ी देर के लिए बाहर. And I used to have these questions. आज ऑफिस नहीं जा रहे, you know, kind of a thing. And why I could do this, even Rina's for that matter, Rina's Gourmet Food, because my children motivated me. They
Yes.
felt they could do it. So give equal time. It's difficult, but if you make it a habit, it is enjoyable.
Yes.
Maybe people won't believe me. They're saying probably I'm just saying this for the interview's sake, but it's not true, Samir. Do things properly. You know that we also are great social people. We like to throw parties. We love to attend parties. Give proper time to. Somehow I've taught my children also that they're multiplexing. They're doing everything. Because वही 24 घंटे तो बने हुए हैं ना.
हाँ.
तो उसमें आप 26 घंटे का काम कैसे निकाल सकते हो, वो आप क्या हुनर है.
Right.
और अपना फाइनेंशियल इंडिपेंडेंस खासकर औरतों को, बिकॉज अ मेल ईगो इज अ मेल ईगो, इट इज़ अ मेल ईगो, इट इज़ अ मेल ईगो, इट इज़ अ मेल ईगो. बिफोर यू स्टार्ट स्माइलिंग मोर, if you flaunt your financial independence wrongly, nobody's going to like it. That's true even for the other gender. If the guy is earning and says मैं कमा रहा हूँ तो ठीक है यार, right? मैं भी तो कुछ कर रही हूँ. So it has to be a mutual respect.
Yes.
With the children, with your in-laws, with your parents, with the society, with your husband, with your employees. It has to be a respect. Only then live and let live. And I don't, it's not that I never faced, I always said, oh, good now, so you're a woman, तो होने ही वाला है. So, okay, ठीक है यार, you be happy with that thought process. But it's not like that. It's worse.
Yeah.
There are more challenges.
Very true. Local empowerment for global impact.
Yeah. Self-empowerment for global impact.
When you look back in the year 2040 and people talk about you in your leadership for vision Vidarbha 2030, what do you think people will talk about?
I hope they say अच्छा काम किया.
वो तो है ही, definitely. Stop being humble, please.
I'm not being humble. I want to make some changes, some differences, and I think I've already started that. Like you rightly caught it, small fires instead of one big thing. That way, I think I will be able to cover more ground and not just do a 2-3 mega projects. And I'd rather do things which are tangible, which have tangible outcomes, and we are there as part of the policy making. We are there as part of the policy changes. And I think if I stick on, because the term I don't know, how long I still remain. But even as a simple worker of VED also and other associations, I would like to make a difference to everybody, to the youth, because I mean, I'm really grateful. I think I am so enthusiastic even at this age. I'm going to be 65 this year, again a very landmark year for me. Only because I've got all the adrenaline, I've got everything from my students from 1990, and before that also when I was a student. They are amazing people, and it's all nice to say they are the future, they are the future. If you don't believe them, if you don't trust them, nothing's going to happen.
That's very true.
So I gather all the energy from them, from the youngsters, from my young team, take the experience, do my own thing. 2040 करिए कुछ काम करिए.
What is your message to the next 25-year-old?
25-year-old, drive your passion, but also conform to the traditional stuff which is expected out of you. I used to do a lot of all these counseling in Rotary when we used to go to schools, and then you had this, one rich kid from one business family saying, I want to become a guitarist, I want to play the guitar, but I'm the only son of the family. My dad has got a big business, right? So he says, no, but you have to join the business, I'm not interested. So I would say to him, to the child, that my dear, you cannot be selective on only taking the benefits out of your rich family. Okay, you owe something to your dad or mom, whoever has created this, and if they want you, and I'm blessed that way, that my son has joined the business, not because I told him sorry he's not that, but if you try and tell them, not force it, you become a guitarist, make it as a hobby. You are such a big doctor here, you're doing your podcast, I have done something, I'm making a charge. Make that as a hobby, make it a good commercial hobby if it has to be, but to a 25-year-old, I will say, drive your passion, do things with a lot of ethics. That's what is going to hold you for all your life, and learn. Keep skilling yourself.
I think it's important to wear multiple hats.
Absolutely.
One hat will bore you eventually.
Yeah, invest in yourself. Learn, upskill always.
Always, yeah.
Only otherwise you will be left behind.
Bore हो जाओगे, मैं तो ये लगता है.
Bore भी नहीं हो जाओगे. It's such a competitive world कि अगर आपको रहना है इस world में, तो आपको एक कदम आगे रहना पड़ेगा.
My dad always says कि आपको same जगह खड़े रहने के लिए भागना पड़ता है. So it's very true nowadays.
बहुत ज़्यादा, and upskill, read, learn. Study. There's so much internet. All of us are so blessed that you've got knowledge at the fingertip. Learn.
A different world altogether.
Absolutely.
Nowadays.
And you will become obsolete, my dear, if you don't are one step ahead. You have to be one step ahead in everything that you do.
Tell me about your reflections. This is about one individual who can weave business. You have compassion. You have a vision for regional transformation. It's just amazing the kind of energy you have, and you're still going at it so strong. It was very transformative for me, actually. Listening about this, your dreams and what we're trying to achieve. There's something going on in my head. I don't want to put it out right now. I'll probably tell this to you after. But thank you for coming here, and means a lot to me. Do you want to add something else?
Thanks, Amir. I really love talking to you. I think I spoke more than I should have. It's probably the comfort that you gave me. And it was nice reflecting on my past, actually talking about myself. टाइम मिला सोचने के लिए, बोलने के लिए, एंड मैसेज देना इज बहुत बड़े लोग देते हैं, बट रियली लाइक आई सेड, इफ आई टेल एवरीबडी, मेक इट सिंपल फॉर योर सेल्फ, मेक समबडी योर आइडल, डू योर बेस्ट, थिंग्स हैपन ऑटोमेटिकली, whether it's your mom, your dad, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your siblings, whoever. Be a perfectionist, and be ethical in whatever you do.
That's very important.
Very, very important. Pay your taxes.
Very true, pay your taxes.
Yeah, I've got that award also, by the way, of being a very good taxpayer.
Nice.
No, you have to conform to the society norms.
Yeah.
You cannot have your own thing happening. Otherwise, go to the Himalayas and do something. But if you have to live here, you have to follow the system.
Very true. To the people who are watching this, Vidarbha 2030 isn't just a plan, it's an invitation. How are you going to join in? Thank you for watching.